Okay, it is 4:30. So we have 50 people on the dot right now, and we'll get started with that. I know more people will join as we get going and move through this event, but we do want to welcome you this morning and the brave people who have joined this bright and early. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an exciting day, and we can hear that excitement in the air. And on the sound in the backgrounds and all the activities that you're doing. So we're so happy that we could join you and have this event today. My name is Catherine Cranenberg. I'm a Director of Communications with the Community Engagement and Communications team, and I'm leading the Connect Care communications work with a team of my colleagues from across the province and across our department. So again, super happy to be part of this today. I'd like to just quickly introduce the team that's supporting this event behind the scenes, because we're probably going to talk to each other a little bit as we go. And so just so you know who everybody is, Nicole Merrifield is the Director of Community Engagement, and Kaz Rafi is our Senior Provincial Director of Innovation and Digital Solutions. Both Nicole and Kaz are rock stars in Zoom, and they're helping with the technical background and the activities that we're going to do this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, so say good morning. There you go. Yeah. We have a short and hopefully a bit of a fun agenda for you this morning to keep everybody awake. It includes a few remarks from our Connect Care Triad and the executive leaders, Sean Chilton and Dr. Francois Belanger, and Dr. Verna Yu is going to join us as well. And we have a patient volunteer who will share why we're all doing this today and remind us about how important this is to her and her family. I think Kaz is going to share a little agenda. Good morning, Dr. Yu. I saw you there. On the screen, we are also going to, there's our agenda and our activities that are going to take place this morning. On the screen in a second, you will see that Nicole has shared a link to or some information about menti.com. So we're going to ask you to take part in a little activity right now. So on your smartphone or from your computer, please log into menti.com. You'll open that up, and then when you get on there, you need to enter a code, and that code is located right on the top of the screen there. It's 60622778. I don't know if all of you saw the invitation to this event or the promotion for this event, but we were getting you to think of 3 words that describe what you're most looking forward to as Connect Care is put in place across Alberta. So if you want to start putting those words in, we'll see them populate on the screen after a bit. And we're going to hopefully create a little memento of this occasion for you with those words. It'll create a word cloud, and we're going to create a poster out of that and hopefully send it out to everybody. So you have something to remember and mark this occasion and this important implementation of Wave 3. So I'll just give you a second to navigate that page.
Hey, Catherine.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's anyone on this call that was just on our Go No Go meeting. Can you go back to that number for a second? We just have a quick chat we need to have.
To the 60622778 number?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We're still on it right now. So we're just letting it populate and people can keep putting their
Oh, no. Like if the people who are on the Go No Go meeting, the operations people, can dial back into that Skype number again.
Penny, it's Dina.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll get Stacy and everybody back on.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks. Just give it another minute.
I love it.
That looks great.
Lots of good thoughts about collaboration and integration, consistency and standardization. Nice to see all those key messages coming out, but I also love seeing some of the comments towards best practice, patient access, and the future.
That's great. Okay, as I said, we're going to collect that for you, and Nicole is going to produce it, and we're going to be able to send it out to everybody so you can hang it up at your sites, and it can be a bit of a focus and inspiration for you, hopefully too. We also want to draw your attention to a countdown clock, which will appear periodically. Kaz is going to pop that up throughout the event. It's going to count us down to that exciting moment when we actually launch Wave 3. And as we get closer to 5 o'clock, you'll see it, and we're gonna cheer and celebrate when we get to that moment. There's just a couple other things we wanted to mention. If you haven't gone to the Sharing the Love pages for AHS, we are inviting you to share your photos, your celebrations, your activities, your encouragements for everybody. That page was actually created at the start of the pandemic, but we've actually added a Connect Care area to it, or some stickers and some frames that you can include that indicate from Connect Care and from Wave 3 actually. So please continue, not just today, but throughout your launch period. And as we move forward to post those stories and activities, we love seeing what you're doing, and we love to see the encouragement across the staff. And there's a link in the chat box as well that Nicole's posted there for that. And you might notice too that we have some backgrounds for Wave 3 for Zoom. And so if you have time and you want to download a Wave 3 background for your Zoom calls, those are available on Insight. Nicole, I think, is going to post that link as well for you. So you can go check those out. They're different sites. There's some geography from North Zone, and then some generic Connect Care backgrounds that you can use. Okay, so we know that every wave of Connect Care is unique. This wave is made up of a team of individuals coming together across zones and sites to improve healthcare for Albertans. And that's the case for all the waves. But in particular in North Zone, we know that you're spread far and wide across the northwestern side of our province. And that creates some challenges for you, but distance, weather, fires, floods, and a pandemic have not stopped you, as you've spent weeks and months and even years working toward this common goal. And that's all been under some pretty extraordinary circumstances. So we created a little video that hopefully showcases and captures a little bit about what makes North Zone and Wave 3 in particular unique. And we wanted to share that with you today, just to sort of start off the celebrations of who you guys really are. So Kaz, if you've got that one ready, let's play that video.
Connect Care is launching in 9 waves across Alberta. It started in 2019 and will be completed in 2023. Waves 1 and 2 are up and running. Wave 3 is up next. Almost all of Wave 3 is launching in Alberta's North Zone. It's a unique place with amazing people and incredible beauty. It covers 448,500 kilometers squared over the Treaty 8 territory. It includes 8 Métis settlements and almost 500,000 Albertans, 482,635 to be exact. It's a busy place too, with a full range of health services including acute care, continuing care, dialysis, cancer care, obstetrics, and addiction and mental health services. For example, in 2018-19, North Zone emergency departments had 509,000 visits, and in North Zone, 500 babies were born. Connect Care's Wave 3 is concentrated on the western side of the North Zone, and it includes 4,000 staff and 279 physicians and other healthcare providers. There are 24 sites launching and 31 including those with part of their programs or services moving to Connect Care. Many of these sites are quite a distance from one another, making healthcare connections challenging at times for both patients and their healthcare teams. Healthcare providers in the North Zone are very good at multitasking to provide the best care to their patients. Because healthcare locations are often far apart, providers become experts in many disciplines. You could say they wear many hats. Connect Care will bring patients and healthcare providers together. It's a bridge to better healthcare through better information. Healthcare teams will have a more complete picture of a patient's health history. access to consistent information on best practices and resources at their fingertips. Congratulations, Wave 3. Thank you for all your work to bring Connect Care to your part of North Zone. And thank you for being uniquely you.
Yay, Wave 3. Thank you for that.
Does anyone recognize that voice?
That's a challenge question. That's a bonus question we'll add in. Wasn't in the script, Cass. Okay, so we have 3 leaders with us today who have been very instrumental in making Connect Care a reality. I affectionately call them the triad. I think everybody does who's working in Connect Care. So we have Allison Taylor, who's the interim senior program officer with Connect Care, Penny Ray, who's the chief information officer, and Dr. Stuart Rosser, who's the chief medical information officer. I also want to mention Barb Cathall, who was the senior program officer and part of the triad previously, and who's also been very instrumental in supporting this wave with her leadership. This group eats, sleeps, maybe not this week, not so much sleeping, and breathes Connect Care. And each of them is going to say a few words this morning as we approach that moment of launch. And so we'll start with Allison. Allison, good morning. Are you with us this morning, Allison?
Catherine, there was a note in the chat that said give us a few minutes.
Oh, sure. Okay, you know what? Then maybe we'll jump over to our North Zone leadership and we'll come back to them. So is Cindy still here?
Catherine, I think they went to a no-go
Oh
meeting.
my goodness. So we're all just going to chat for a few minutes.
Yes, I think they had to, they got pulled back in.
That's totally fine. So that probably means Sean and Francois aren't here either.
We have another video we can show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me see if I can magically.
Is this the site one, Kaz?
Yeah, I was thinking about the site one.
Okay, let's do it. So you guys will remember, or many of you will remember, we asked for some pictures from your sites so that we could represent all the different sites that are part of this. And so we pulled that together. And again, it's just an opportunity that you can see yourselves reflected in that, and we can acknowledge the various sites and communities that are taking part in this today. Go ahead, Kaz.
With Connect Care, you have that access right at your fingertips. So if you're covering someone on their break, you can see exactly what's going on with their patients if you need to, and you can communicate that to the patients and the families really, really easily.
The benefits I've seen really is that of communication and team collaboration. The ability of Connect Care to allow me to message the other members of the team and get answers in due course enhances efficiency and ensures that I actually have sent the message and actually they've read it.
Communication is huge. I find myself communicating way more with all other aspects of the hospital. Doctors, for one, it's much easier now to just go onto your WOW and send a secure chat to your doctor instead of going to the desk and getting the number and calling them, waiting for them to call back. It's much quicker.
Don't be scared. It is easy. It is meant to make our job easier. It is never meant to make us computer savvy. If you don't know how to use computer, it's never going to be your obstacle because you have a full trained IT team behind you. They're covering you all day, every day. They're covering you to know what can you do instead if you're stuck somewhere. And then you will have a super user on your side. You will have a team of Connect Care on your side. You will have AHS really supporting you.
In terms of documentation, it's just made it a lot more efficient. The way the Connect Care system is set up in our flow sheets, you follow the order of your day, basically in terms of your vital signs, your assessments, any kind of documentation that you need to do. So it's made it more efficient for us. It's made it safer in terms of patient care, and the communication has just been extraordinary. It works really, really well.
No, you don't have to learn something new. You just have to do things differently. Now, 5 months or 6 months over, they say, I was scared for no reason. This is really easy and I'm now enjoying it.
So there were some staff that were really stressed, really anxious. We tried to work with them prior. We still hadn't won them over. Some were still like, this is not going to work. A lot of those staff are like the champions now. They dove right into it. It took time, but we had lots of support from the Connect Care team with the launch.
If I had to give any advice to people that are about to embark on this journey, number one, be patient with yourself. I think that's key. Number two, make sure you take a breath and just take a break. And number three, I would say you would want to link up with people that have gone through some of these struggles.
Together, we do amazing things every day.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. It certainly was inspirational to hear the different wave 1 and 2 groups chatting about how it's worked for them and what it's meant to them. We do have the triad back with us now, and we had introduced you, but I'll just mention again that we have Allison Taylor, Penny Ray, and Dr. Stuart Rosser with us, who have been instrumental in leading this wave and Connect Care really from the beginning. So I'm going to turn it over to Allison now to just speak for a minute or so, and then we'll chat with the other 2 members of the triad too. So Allison, over to you now.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's an early one and we're really excited. I just want to say thank you to all the teams who have done so much to get us to where we are today. And of course, to Barb Cathell, who's forged this path the last 2 times. We couldn't have done it without her. So just want to tell everyone to enjoy the day, take a deep breath. We'll get through this together. Remember, there's lots of support around. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you're having any struggles, because we're here to help you through this. Thanks, everyone. And I look forward to seeing some people at QE2 today when I finally get there. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Allison. We know you're on the ground in North Zone, and we know your support is critical for those teams there. So thank you for your words. Penny, thanks for joining us as well. And I know you wanted to offer some thoughts as well as as Wave 3 prepares for this launch.
Thanks, Catherine. So I'm wearing my celebration pajamas for the event. I have been on this journey for about 7 years, and I have to say that I am most excited for this launch because I actually think some of the rural and remote locations will benefit the most from Connect Care and the ability for them to be able to move seamlessly through the health system, because they so often have to transfer out of the zone as well or move between sites. So I'm really excited. I think this is going to make a huge difference, and I will be up there on Monday. I wish everyone well tonight. And we are ready. So go team.
Thank you, Penny. It wouldn't be a Connect Care launch without Penny in her launch pajamas. So I'm glad you have them on. I think it's like a good luck thing now. Dr. Rosser, as I mentioned, is also here to cheer the teams on as they're getting ready to launch. And I think he wanted to say a few words as well. We do have Dr. Rosser, don't we? Well, we can come back to him if he's available in a bit. There's our countdown clock, just over 10 minutes away. I know that Cindy Hermata is here from the North Zone leadership team. I know that you've been working alongside your teams to ensure that they are supported and ready for this launch, Cindy. And I know you also said you wanted to offer some brief thoughts and encouragement as you officially move into the world of Connect Care. So thanks for joining us this morning. And we'll just turn it over to you for a moment.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. I know it's early, but we're so glad you're here to help us celebrate this accomplishment. It really is just so thrilling to share these final moments with all of you as we launch Wave 3. You should know that your contributions have changed the course of healthcare in Alberta and North Zone. And I hope that gave you some chills, because it did me. You each played an important role, and you worked so tremendously hard to make this happen. We know Connect Care will be a positive impact for our teams, our clients, our patients, our residents. We will have the best possible information to carry us out through this care journey. And with that said, I know that preparing for this launch was done under rather trying circumstances, some that we couldn't have anticipated nor desired. But here we are. Our entire North Zone leadership team recognizes and applauds your tremendous efforts. Honestly, we do. Your diligence, commitment, dedication did not go unnoticed. Indeed, we recognize your efforts have led to being the best prepared wave. Go North. This exciting milestone is another true testament to the hard work and resiliency of our AHS teams and staff in the North Zone. You continue to prove to us you are passionate and you rise to every occasion each and every time. We know your Connect Care journey isn't over yet. I'll say that in a quiet voice. We expect there will be a few challenges to overcome in the weeks ahead, but you will be well supported, and we are prepared to address issues as they arise. Thank you for your time, your effort, your energy, and continued support in this Connect Care journey. Be kind to yourselves and to each other. Support each other as much as you possibly can. And I also want to say, I do thank you for all of the excellent care you provide to our patients, clients, residents, and their families every single day. North Zone is extremely excited to share this milestone with you, and we're also very proud of this team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Very encouraging, inspiring. I'm sure the teams are very excited. I heard some of that already on the call before we got started. I see clapping there at the QA2. Thank you. We are joined also by the executive sponsors we mentioned at the beginning of the meeting. Sean Chilton, who's the Vice President, Health Professions and Practice and Information Technology, and who is also an executive sponsor of Connect Care, would like to also say a few words. Thanks for joining us so early, Sean, and welcome to the Wave 3 virtual launch.
Thanks, Catherine. Apologize, I was a few minutes late. Took me a little bit longer to do my hair this morning because it was so early. Just welcome everybody. And as we all know, final few moments before we officially launch. And we truly are close to seeing the results of many long days, weeks, and even years, as Penny highlighted, to prepare for Connect Care. And you know how times have changed, not only since we began to roll out Meditech many years ago, which was actually my first piece of clinical information up in Grand Prairie, so my old stomping grounds. But when you think about November 2019, when it was okay for us all to be in the same auditorium and going live and being ready, and how much we've learned since that time. And in just a few minutes, Wave 3 sites will flip the switch and Connect Care will be a reality for Wave 3. And it is forever going to change how we deliver healthcare in over 31 locations and over hundreds of kilometers of Northern Alberta. And I know you are all very familiar with the challenges of keeping patients' information with them during the healthcare journey, especially in the north, where there are great distances between patients and their care providers. And truly believe that with Wave 3 in place, patient care can be better supported, healthcare providers can collaborate more closely, and those distances will get less. Having lived in the North Zone myself, I know that what you face every day, and I believe you'll feel these benefits not only in the zone, but across zones as we further roll out across the province and we start to see the interconnectivity between all the sites that our patients go to. Despite the anxiety that any change can bring, I hope you're excited by the changes Connect Care will provide for you and your sites. We know it hasn't been an easy path to get here, but you did it, and we're really appreciative for all the efforts, particularly as we try and work through some of the challenges with our COVID response. You should also be excited to know that the developments made to prepare for Wave 3, such as workflows and training tracks that are specific to rural care, will be applied in the next waves to help similar sites make the most of Connect Care. And so in some ways, what we're learning in the north will be very applicable across the rest of the province. And so you are pioneering some of that rural implementation. Each of you had a part in this and should take credit for changing the course of healthcare in Alberta. Because of you, we can provide better care for our patients with the information that Connect Care provides at our fingertips. We're making sure that no matter where you are in Alberta, you receive the same kind of care. We're giving our patients access to health information they need to be an integral part of their healthcare team. So thanks for your time, effort, and energy. We know that the rewards are great and that patients will be the true beneficiaries of work. You are an amazing team, and I'm so happy to be part of today. Thank you. Thanks, Catherine.
Thank you, Sean, for your words and for joining us so bright and early. Dr. Francois Belanger, as I mentioned, is also with us this early morning. Dr. Belanger is AHS's Chief Medical Officer and also an executive co-sponsor of Connect Care. Welcome, Dr. Belanger.
Thank you, Catherine, and congratulations, everyone. We're almost there. And what an incredible team effort. I'm really impressed with not only with what's going on in the North Zone, with the leadership team and the work that you have done, and with our Connect Care team. And I feel honored to be part of this, and certainly you have all my respect and appreciation. And your work and dedication have really not gone unnoticed. Obviously, we've had the challenges and pressures that you have to work through around to make Connect Care a reality. And I know that you've had to demonstrate some patience as we had to delay Wave 3 launch, and so we can turn our attention in managing COVID-19 and we'll continue to do so. But so I'm really exciting to be with you here today, and I think you should feel really proud about the days ahead. You know, we're doing Connect Care one site, one zone, one wave at a time, and that's how we're improving healthcare. And the impact of what you're doing is remarkable. You know, Connect Care means we will provide more seamless and more comprehensive care, better communication and resources at our fingertips and for patients. And the information we need for a patient's journey and now is available in one place. And we've seen the results in Wave 1 and 2 of what's possible and how it impacts patient care, patient quality, and patient safety. And this is not any different today. And in fact, I agree with Penny. I think the impact in a zone like the North Zone will be even greater. You know, just a reminder that the journey, this is, as mentioned earlier today, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and the journey is just starting. This is the launch. There's going to be some challenges in the weeks ahead, but I know that we've got the team in place to raise to the challenge. The road can be a bit bumpy at the start, and we know that. But I know that we have an incredible team, both on the ground in operations and also within the Connect Care team to deal with every issue. You know, again, a reminder to support each other and raise your hand if something goes wrong. We're there to help you and resolve things. And you're going to be supported along the way, and we'll be there to support you. You know, we're a bit separated by geography and the many sites involved in the continued effort to care not only for patients with COVID, but other patients. But it's important to continue to celebrate a success. And this morning is really important. Continue to do this with your teams as things unfold over the next few days. So wish you all the best as you forge ahead. We are there with you, and we'll be there with you for the journey. And you're part of making history today, and history that will change the landscape for healthcare for Alberta for both our patients and our staff. So congratulations, and let's move forward. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Francois. I mentioned that we have a special guest here. Jennifer Winter has joined us. We know that at the very core of Connect Care is our patients, as Dr. Belanger just mentioned. Jennifer and her family are residents of the North Zone, living between Peace River and Grand Prairie in Fairview. And I just want to invite Jennifer and thank her for joining us at this early hour, but I wanted to invite her to say a few words. And then we're 2 minutes from launch here. As we get close to the launch, Jennifer's actually going to count us down to the moment of flipping the switch. So Jennifer, I'll just turn it over to you, and then we'll look to see what time it is on the countdown clock, and then we'll cue you in for that count.
Well, thank you, Catherine. I'm glad I was able to actually make it up to join you guys today. So we are indeed a family that uses the healthcare system quite often. I have 5 children. The youngest, which is 14 now, was born with severe and very complicated cardiac issues. Following his first heart surgery, he also had a stroke, which left him with cognitive issues that affect his learning and his memory. Whenever anything happens with him, we are taking him into our local small town hospital, yet all his doctors, his specialists, and his information are in Edmonton. So it's really good to know that if anything was to happen to him and for whatever reason his dad and I couldn't be there, Connect Care can. It also means that when we do need to go into the hospital with him, we can go in as parents first, not as information support. So I know that this change can be difficult and that it can be frustrating at times, but this is a day that I have been waiting for, and I am so excited to see this come live in my local area. Thank you all so much for going through this for us.
Thank you, Jennifer. And you know what? We're right at that 5 o'clock moment. So let's, Kaz, let's just, I think we've probably missed our exact moment, but there we go, the confetti. Celebrate. We'll unmute you and you can all cheer.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Wave 3. What an amazing moment for you. All of this work coming to this time. AHS President and CEO, Dr. Verna Yu is here now to close our launch event. We're going to do a couple more things after Dr. Yu has finished speaking, but I do want to turn it over to her to offer her thoughts on this very important step for AHS. Dr. Yu, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks very much. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations. Great job emceeing, Catherine. Thank you. It's a privilege to be here to celebrate with everyone for the Wave 3 of our Connect Care launch and to welcome you all to the Connect Care family. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for sharing your story and sharing your experience. It really does help us make Connect Care usable in a very real way. And I also want to acknowledge my executive leadership team who have all joined us this morning to celebrate with you. So welcome. 31 sites, as Sean said, across so many communities with over 4,300 users, many communities that I've visited: Beaver Lodge, Fairview, Fort Vermilion, Fox Creek, Grand Cache, Grand Prairie, Grimshaw, High Level, High Prairie, Hythe, Lacrete, Manning, McClellan, Paddle Prairie, Peace River, Rainbow Lake, Spirit River, Valley View, and Bonaventure Gates in Edmonton. And this morning, you're going to be joining 33,000 plus colleagues from Waves 1 and 2. So you're part of an elite group so far who have all successfully worked in launching Connect Care, and they're using it every day. And as we said, you're going to be using this to improve patient care, patient experience, and quality and safety in Alberta. So I hope you're all feeling very proud, because you should be. Savor this moment, celebrate where you've arrived, recognize everything that you've accomplished during this especially challenging year. And once again, you've all shown your ability to be resilient and always dedicated to your work and your patients. We know that making this happen, as Penny said, took years, right? We were there when we were trying to make the case for Connect Care, and so it's so exciting for us to see that it's actually coming to fruition. But it does mean change. But you know, change for the right reasons is good change. You're going to be adapting, I know, to different protocols, different procedures, finding ways to support each other, whether you're working in person or remotely. So thank you for continuing with the training, the building, developing, revising, implementing, installing, and learning about Connect Care, because this is all about improving patient experience and patient outcomes. We've seen how Connect Care can be adapted to respond to immediate healthcare needs, so it needs to be nimble and flexible, and has proven how quickly we can meet the needs of patients. In the past months, we've been able to provide virtual health order sets, functions specific to managing COVID-19, and better communication channels to address the unique challenges presented by the pandemic in ways that we couldn't have without it. And we know that even though AHS has done this before, it's new to all of you, and we understand the uncertainty and the anxiety that you may be feeling right now. It's already been said today, but it's worth repeating that you are going to be supported every step of the way as you become accustomed to using Connect Care every day in your work. So thank you for getting us to this point. It's another milestone in Alberta's healthcare history. You did it, and you did it during a pandemic. So brownie points on top of that. Congratulations to everyone, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yu. I mentioned a video earlier that we actually ran a different one. We ran the testimonials from our Wave 1 and 2 colleagues. Now we want to show you the video, which really recognizes each site that is participating in this Wave 3 launch. You pulled together to make this happen. Your efforts paid off, and here you are. And we want to show you this very quick video to celebrate that. And that concludes our event. Thank you to everyone who joined this morning. We had over 200, I think we had 221 people this early is amazing. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for letting us celebrate with you today all of these accomplishments. And we wish you all the best as you transition into Connect Care across Wave 3. You guys have got this. Have a great day and a great weekend.